Are y'all ready for some more What Remains of Edith Finch and all of her dead family members? Thank you for the good luck, guy. I appreciate it. All right, let me zoom in my face and get that. All right, yeah. Now I'm sitting pretty. Now I'm sitting pretty, and we can continue where we left off. And we had gone through a laggy experience last time. And we had gone through this secret tunnelway right here in order to get where we are now. I'm going to back up, hopefully, and go back to it looks like a nursery room. And something that we found while exploring this game is that a lot of the bedrooms in this house have been closed off, sealed. And as an act of defiance, when family members were still alive, they put portholes in to still look into the rooms, even though they were sealed. So here we see that this is a bedroom with 3 kids, Gregory, Dawn, and Gus. And their room has been sealed off with a porthole put into it so that anybody from the outside can peek into the room but can't go into the room. So it's been a really interesting experience so far. All right, enjoy your lurk. Thank you so much for coming by. It really means a lot that, like, almost every time I go live, you pop in and you say hello, and that means a ton to us. We really appreciate it. Let's read this thing about Gregory. Divorce contract. Wow, it's all typed up too. A lawsuit has been filed. I can't read all of it. It's a little too blurry. Nope, don't put it down. Don't put it down. I was trying to turn the page. Excuse you? Let me turn the page. Thank you very, very much. Alright. There we go.
Okay. Do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Oh yeah, avoid spoilers. I totally understand. Like, for anybody who's watching, popping into stream, if you don't want to stay because you want to play the game yourself and you don't want the spoilers, mad respect for that. Do what works for you. There's some water in the background. Oh, we're in a tub with some very discordant music.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
I can move the frog. Oh. The music. Guys, the music follows how I move the frog. That's wild. And look, the name Gregory is up on the side. Must be a metal bathtub. What are we looking at?
Hold on, sweetie.
Oh, she is so mad. She does not want to answer the
I
phone.
don't want to talk right now.
Uh-oh. Divorce. And lags. I don't know how to fix this lagging
I
issue.
wonder what he saw. You reminded me so much.
Oh my goodness. I
His imagination.
am absolutely lost in my imagination. It's kind of beautiful. Oh, I can move the frog. You know, this is surprisingly fun, actually. Did anybody have epic playtime as a kid? Ooh, spin the frog in the bathroom. 'Cause, like... Oh, the ducks are spinning now, too. This is a lot more fun than I thought it'd be. Spin the frog. Little baby toes. Oh, this is cool. So, like, I actually had a fishing toy for the bathtub. It was just this big plastic fishing rod with a big plastic hook on it, and you could try to catch the fish in the water. That were plastic fish with holes in them, so that you could hook them onto the big plastic hook. And I remember having a blast with that thing. But my family was pretty cool about it. They would also buy me those. Oh, I can jump. What? Up. You know, if somebody told me that there was a toddler playing in the bathtub sequence in a video game, I would be so sussed out. Oh. Alley-oop. I am on the ledge now. How do I get off of the ledge? Oh, I can jump. That's so cool.
It sure made him happy.
It's making me happy too, fam. It's making me happy too. Alley-oop. It is so weird, isn't it? Like... But I kind of remember being like this weirdly imaginative as a kid. Like, I would definitely tell family that I had a frog that jumped on top of the whale. Like... Amelia! I'm entertained, though. Brilliant. It's beautiful to have you in, babe. Thank you so much for showing up. Did you ever have bath time that was this imaginative? Because... Alley-oop. I never thought... I had no idea what to expect from this. It's so weird, but it's so fun. Oh look, I pulled more little people into the water. I think my goal is to jump up there. So let's get onto the... Jump onto the whale. Hold still, whale. Let me jump on top of you. Thank you. Alley-oop, and I got it. Good. I am glad that your child has bath toys. It is... bath time was one of my favorite times to just...
I worried about a baby being too happy.
Let my imagination go wild.
I feel him slipping away.
Even though
Gregory?
the background narration is kind of sad.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I can still make the frog jump. I can still make the frog jump. The ducks are their favorite. Unfortunately, they will also stay there until the water is ice. Not me as a child. Not me as a child at all, staying in until I was freezing.
About the world he saw.
Yeah, refill the water. Yes. Uh-oh. No, I'm gonna drown!
I don't understand.
Did I just drown myself?
About Gregory?
I am the frog. I am become frog. I'm a weak parent. I cave in and reheat it. Have fun in the tub, I guess.
Wasn't your fault.
I think you're a brilliant parent. It takes strength to have patience to let your child become a pruny mess in the tub. I mean, so this game does take a lot of dark turns. for sure.
And he'd want you to be happy.
And I mean, right now his parents are going through a divorce. That's what this paper is. Is fucking divorce paper, as you can see. And it is a memorial to the child. So, like, there's this old grandma that was living in this house too. And she would make, like, memorial shrines of everybody. Like, everyone on this tree except for Edith are dead. Edith is the only person left alive in her family right now. And everybody sketched into here are people that we've learned the stories of. So we still have to learn about Edie, Gus, Dawn, Milton, Lewis, Sanjay, Sven. So speaking of all of them, let me close the book, thank you. So yeah, and something that you might think is extra is grandma killing people? I don't think it's grandma. Some members of the family think that the family is just straight up cursed. And that's why like everybody dies young. Like very, very few people have made it into their 70s and 80s in this family. And you'll notice this door right here. It's been sealed shut. And then grandma, so I don't know if she's been killing people, but grandma was the one that put the peephole into the doors because her daughter sealed them shut. Like, and we're the granddaughter right now. And we are 22 weeks pregnant exploring this old ass house. Amelia says, sure, it's not grandma. I ain't eating no damn cookies. Grandma's dead. Grandma's also dead. So what cookies? And if you did find grandma's cookies, they're probably so old and stale, don't eat them. I ain't eating no damn cookies.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry,
And yet, there's a poem for Gus.
Poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea.
Let's learn about Gus. Here come the memories. We're about to become Gus. Which, like, I didn't expect honoring your ancestors to literally put you into their memories.
Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Gus didn't listen, so Grandma killed you. No. Amelia, you're a dark, dark person. Can I move? Will the game let me move? Or have we... Aha! I am the kite. I am be kite. I eat all your words. Nom 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 nom. So, I did some like troubleshooting and network and bandwidth stuff for stream to reduce the lag, but it doesn't seem to be doing much. Amelia says, why my boyfriend hear you laugh and say you sound like a supervillain? I mean, shit. We've known each other for like 8 years. In 2017, didn't you say that I was secretly an evil scientist and that my cat was part of my evil endeavors? Helping me make very strange science experiments and all that. It just tracks. It tracks. Also, hi boyfriends. Ooh, make the letter slip around. Also, who has a kite like this?
But Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
I mean, this seems pretty cathartic. Oh, there's the totem pole that someone in the family made. in present time, the totem pole has fallen over on the beach. Ooh, kite flying! Yeah! Going back to lurking, I love you. I love you too, Amelia. Thank you so much for coming by and lurking. I appreciate you. I'm gonna have fun with this cool ass kite. This is a really dope freaking kite.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that.
Oops. I can crash and then immediately fly back up. So Gus is not into this wedding. Gregory is probably dead already, so Gus is dealing with some major issues. Divorce can have such a huge effect on the kids, especially depending on how the adults handle the divorce. And a lot of times divorce will happen because there's a lot of fighting, disagreements, just not getting along anymore, like not able to act loving towards each other anymore. Up here, where the kite is right now, we explored what's on that ledge, and it's actually a graveyard. And according to the story, the Finch family built the graveyard and finished it before building their massive, confusing house. Like, this whole house up here is just huge and confusing. I'm flying a kite. Whee! Alright, what's going on here? Can I go up and over? And these letters here. Got him. I got him.
Photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
How old is Gus? Gus wants nothing to do with your wedding, my dude. You did not get the blessing.
Panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh, it's raining. It's a raining. And Gus is still out here flying his kite in the rain. Which, I've never flown a kite in the rain, and I'm kind of wondering if perhaps... Oops. Oh. Look at that. I wreck things and I bring the wreckage with me.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed
Wow.
worried that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. Lightning! Oh, Gus is gonna get electrocuted. I know it. Gregory drowned. Gus is getting shocked to death. Wow. But the animation of this game is just amazing in its own right. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, make the music louder.
I'm getting chills. Like, this actually... I went from, like, wee kite to, like... I'm scared. I feel kind of scared. Especially, like, the way everything's lit in the trail behind the kite. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Big boom. Oh, shit. There goes the tent. And there goes Gus. Son
I wish
of...
that I could truly say I thought about you on that day.
Oh, it's a
Not
jellyfish.
alone. Just you, the wind, the sea, and foam.
I am no longer controlling the jellyfish.
Until we found you.
Aww. Dang. That's sad.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
No, I don't like that. I know a lot of families, like, it's a way of honoring each other to give the child the name of an ancestor, and I in many ways I respect it, but personally it makes me uncomfortable. I feel like everybody should have their own name and be allowed to make a mark for themselves, and especially when you have so many family members dying and some people think it's a curse, and It's just like you're being forced to carry on a legacy that you might not want to carry out. You're being given the expectations of someone else who existed, who isn't you. You know, you're going to do things differently, even if it's the same families. So, like, that makes me uncomfortable. I'm glad Edith was not named Gus. Gus had a mohawk also. Anybody else checking out that red, pink, cool-ass mohawk? How old was he? 69 to 82. 13... 23, 13 years? I can't math. I'm not a math person. Oh, he has the goth bracelets. You see those we actually have a necklace like that. Danny ordered us some more black spiky jewelry because that's kind of Danny's thing. That and makeup. He's surprisingly good at makeup. And then somebody. This feels kind of very military. Oh, they have a climbing wall? They have a climbing wall in their own bedroom. Are you kidding me? I clearly have to go up there. But first we're going to see what kind of books Gregory and Gus. Returning Home, The Book of Knots, Red Flag Waving, The Call of the something. So, military was a thing here, and we know that Sam was in the military. That's probably why there's a punching bag here, too. Is there nothing for Dawn? How come Dawn doesn't have her own shrine? Like, her bed is the only one that isn't a bed. That's a very strange mystery to me. Got Gus's locker. Dawn's locker is completely emptied except for a hat. So, like, why were these three being raised like they were at a boot camp? Is what I'm wondering. Can I go up here? Yes, I can!
The loft after her brothers died.
Oh, is the mother
At the
Dawn?
time, it was as far away as she could get.
Well, yeah, if, like, I don't know. So this is Dawn, and Sunday we saw that Sam is Dawn's father, and Sam was in the military, and Sam went hunting, and he actually died during a hunting accident. Look at Dawn's room! This was Edith's mom? She seems like such a strict person. Look at how colorful all this is. She's got mandala carpet. She's also got the Holy Bible. So she's might be a little open-minded, might be a little Catholic. But also that's a Hindu thing right there. So, ooh, that looks comfy. Was that her bed? Ooh, a bed that lets you look outside. That seems awesome. Okay, so we can go outside. Looks like she was involved with some kind of like charity thing. 10 ways to teach critical thinking. Maybe she was a teacher. Here's a calendar for 1987. Fly to India. There's Dawn and Sanjay. So maybe the mandala carpet's from Sanjay. Just taking a wild guess there. Just landline phone. Anybody else have a landline phone? I do not. I do not have a landline phone. That's also gorgeous artwork. I could not. And then there's their bedroom. It looks like I can slide down the pole if I choose to. And she's got her own TV.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
She doesn't, it's private, but it helped her out. That's interesting. And, like, maybe she didn't talk about religion because she's got a eclectic taste. going on here. And her mom, Grandma Edie, obviously did some shrine stuff, and it looks like with the military pendant right there that Dawn also made her own shrine for her dad. Oh, there's the kite. Oh, that's the kite that Gus was flying before he died. This house is so weird. I love it.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh, okay. Your dad is Sanjay. Cool. Okay.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Okay, so she is a teacher.
Lewis was born a year later.
Okay. So Lewis was born in India. Ooh, it's windy. It's so windy. Listen to the wind howling. Looks like this broke. And there's all the missing Milton papers, because Dawn was convinced that he would eventually come back, but he never really did. Now I can go down there. Nope, that's broken too. Spooky.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
So she came back home? Oh, this is cool.
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Yeah. Aww. So Milton and Lewis are Edith's brothers. And they both died kind of early. Well, Milton went missing. Lewis died. Basil, sage, thyme, mint. Excellent. Excellent herbs to be
I
growing.
see kids in the house again.
I like Grandma Edie so far, even though Amelia was joking that Grandma Edie is killing everybody. I think Grandma Edie's like my favorite family member. It's so windy up here. So windy. I like the lights. Like, this house is
The
dope.
house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
The ever-expanding house. Aw, how nice would it be to just lay here and look at the ocean. And there's the first house that they built when they left Scandinavia over there. Unless this is Scandinavia. But I think this is America. I would love this. Open sesame.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
So, Milton, Lewis, moved back home. Our family history, fact or fiction? That's fascinating. So is this like a little study room that she made for her kids? The books are different for sure. The big balloon, geography. Yeah, it seems like the kids had their own makeshift homeschool, which downstairs we did find a homeschooling book. Of course it didn't last, but I'm going to look out the window anyway, because this looks amazing! Oh, there's the pond swamp thing down there. Some of the woods. And they're surrounded by mountains. Like, this is such a gorgeous place. Haunted as hell, I am sure. Scientific method. Yeah, the kids were homeschooled. Relief efforts to end in disasters, a shrine. Right there. With the Holy Bible and a singing bowl, which again is like, feels like a fusion between Christianity and Hinduism. And there's Sanjay. Alright, what didn't last?
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
It's so windy up here. Oh, we can go up there too. First, to Milton's castle. there is very likely a secret way into Milton's castle, so we are going to check it out. Also, please forgive the lag. Milton.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Milton tagged various areas of the house. He left his mark in black paint in a lot of the hidden corridors of the house. It looks like there's a balloon boat over there, kind of like a dirigible kind of thing. And then there's a pole, fireman's pole. That's all we can see from here, but I bet there's a secret way in. Oh, nope. Not that way. This way! Peeking through the windows. Oh, look, he made like a little house. Was working on architecture. Yeah, let me in. Brother Milton's room. And Milton went missing when he was 11, but right now he'd be 30 years old. And Edith is only 22, 23.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Oh, for sure, because Edie is an amazing painter. Look at that cool. I like that. I like this too. Look at the details. Got little statues, pig, roast spit. I don't know what else all that is. Slides. It looks so cool. So he was working on something, it seems like. Wonder what that is. The music is beautiful. Looks like that's sideways. Oh, look at his little yellow shoes. So it's not a fireman's pole like I thought. But there's also a drawing of somebody up there. Wonder who that's supposed to be. It's very cute, whatever it is. Alright. Oh, cool! It's not a fireman's pole, it's a pulley. Look at all this. Wow. Wow. I want this house. I'll take the ghosts. I just want the house. I'll deal with the ghosts. Milton. Alright, this must be Edie's shrine, because she made a shrine for everyone. Let's read what this says.
Milton Finch in
The Magic Paintbrush. Oh, so it's Milton. Oh, this is cool. I got chills. Oh. It went in through a secret door. And then there's nothing. I kind of want to rewatch that. Can I rewatch that? I didn't... that had a lot less narration.
Milton disappeared.
Milton the painter. 4 years old when he disappeared at age 11. Man, these kids were born years apart from each other. Like, years apart. Alright, down we go.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Yeah, and that's why their mom is so weird to me. It's like, she's the one that sealed off all the rooms. Nobody can use this room. Because this was somebody else's room. And they're dead now. There's the door that was drawn with Milton that he went through. Can't go through here, of course. The big balloon. Dungeon Master is another person in the family that played Dungeons and Dragons. Heck yeah! Alright.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
What do you mean? Found what in the house that she doesn't want getting out? Is that why she sealed the doors? She thought she could stop the family curse by, like, trapping them in time? I feel like that's an awful thing to do, like, the spirits will forever be here and never be allowed to really move on because all their stuff hasn't moved on. But maybe, I don't
Mom
know.
definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
Why did you blame Grandma for your child going missing? I'm not sure I understand that one. Okay. So we're gonna find out.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Lewis? That's Lewis's room? Are you kidding me? These kids had like a whole house to themselves.
Everyone always told me to stay in Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Hey! I like what Lewis is up to. Legalize marijuana. Yeah, boy. Oh, look at the... Oh, I gotta get into there. There's gotta be a way into that. Let's go this way first. So, Lewis is the one who partially lives in a boat. This is... Last stream we were like, there is an actual boat coming out of the side of the house, and here we are with some really nice seats. Although in the winter, I bet that's not nice. Alright, let's go inside. Let's see what's up with this. No, let me open the door. No, let me open the door. There we go. The controls are like a puzzle in of themselves. In we go to the 420 friendly family member.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Well, it smells like hookah and weed, my dude. No, I don't want to leave. I wasn't trying to leave. Let me go back in. I want to go into this amazing room. I want to own this house, and I will sleep in all of the rooms. Not at once, but if I could. Wow, so there's the black light. Seal off the rooms, but leave the electricity running. There's a bunch of candles, which that doesn't seem like a safe place to put the candles. Hey, smoke and toke. Left the weed here and sealed the door. Theodore's Quality Cigars, the classic cigar box. Ooh, video games. His high school diploma. So he lived long enough to graduate high school. He has a yoga ball for a chair. Lewis seems like my kind of guy. Is that a gaming keyboard? I know he's got dual screen monitors going on. He's got a gaming headset. The cans are just left there. He was taking medicine. Everybody was smoking something, cigarettes or what have you. What? Oliver Twist. We are media. We the media. Tennessee Island. Trust Me. The Red King's Dream. I wish I could read some of those more clearly, but I don't think I would understand them anyway. Lewis Finch locker contents.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse.
Just having me a drink real quick.
Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh jeez, that scared me. That was spooky. That's...
Working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
Substance abuse for weed, though? So he was doing fine
His
by
mind
himself,
began to-
and he took away his coping strategy without a replacement. Can I touch it? Began to what? Oh! Top-down video game. Hey, Kingdom Balance! Sorry I can't hear you. We're at the vaccine place and can't have the volume on. Well, let me reply to you via chat real quick. And we're also going to give Kingdom Balance a shout out because they're amazing. They are also plural with the people in the head situation. They do indie games, and on Fridays they do Remedy Control series, which they're trying to finish this month. And they have YouTube videos of it, the Remedy Control series, and other things. So definitely check out Kingdom Balance. Take care of this. Oh, I can do both at once.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small. Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
I mean, this is such a good way to show, like, having split attention while doing something and thinking of something. It's also splitting my, like, I'm multitasking.
And toads.
Wow.
And things that have not names.
Kingdom Balance says, we're just resting to see if we have a bad reaction. Gonna go home soon. I was replying on Twitter and realized you're streaming. That's fine. I mean, I know Kingdom Balance can't really hear me, but that's totally fine. We were pretty active on Twitter today. And things that have not names. Oh, laggity lag lag lag. Laggity lag lag lag. Well, I can tell it's mostly just the game lagging, and not the stream itself.
He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
Well, he's a video gamer who smokes a lot of weed. I kind of wonder about this psychiatrist's approach.
But he found something more. I worried about him then,
More 3D, top-down.
daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis.
Well, yeah.
So I let him go on.
As long as they're productive in society, they should be fine, right? I'm worried about him, but his boss says he's great.
It seemed very promising at first.
Lewis has to have some kind of escapism. He used to use escapism at home during his free time, and now his escapism is daydreaming while at
He
work.
told me he'd made a new friend.
Doggy! Doggy, doggy, doggy. Did he make a new friend? Did he?
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia.
Oh man. The cannery job makes its way in regardless, like, that's
He built the
disturbing.
city up slowly, brick by brick.
Ooh, drum music.
Then he made musicians.
Okay. So a lot of people in this family are just incredibly creative. It wasn't just Milton. Lewis is too.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band.
This game's animation is just like no other.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery.
Which I'm sure wouldn't bother
Was
the
as
boss at
reliable as
all.
ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished.
The music is kind of taking up all my brain space, like, also doing two things at once. Oh. There we go. There we
They held
go.
an election for mayor. And he won.
Of course he did. Ah, very Mario Party. Very Mario Brothers.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Lag, go away, come again a different day. At least all the loud music is gone, so I can think a little more clearly. Which is nice, because too many noises and my brain go burr. Not happy
Conquer a
burr.
city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
Well, yeah, you took away his outlets. I mean, he could have probably
Until
had
one day he forgot to go
Minneapolis
home from the
Lewis.
cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
I do not hear you, Mother. I am chopping off fish heads and sailing the seas. This is my escape now. I am never leaving.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Beautiful
beautiful
prince.
prince.
I wonder if we replay the game, what will happen if I pick handsome princess. Pretty colors.
The prince was on his own quest for
Rainbow time.
radiant rainbows. He followed the sound of his
Silver harp.
silver harp.
Oh, this is kind of cool. It's like choose your own adventure book.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
East of the sun and west of the moon. Interesting. Very
Even then,
interesting.
his logic remained sound.
What's gonna happen to
He
Lewis?
knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Did he become a god? Did he become deity? We will know after this leg. Game coming back to you after this leg. After an important message from the lag gods. Yes.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
Hi, Lewis. Hello.
And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
This seems like maladaptive daydreaming meets
My imagination was as
dissociation
real as my body, he
meets
told
delusions. I mean, your imagination can do a lot.
me. It was hard to argue with him.
You can... oh man, I don't even know how to go in depth about the concept of what your imagination can do for you. A lot of times if you can picture what you want to happen, then it's a lot easier to follow those actions. And there's a lot of visualization techniques that you can use to help improve your goals, your emotional stability, and different things like that. Like if you're having constant panic attacks, if you're able to visualize a safe, like, happy place in your head, you can bring that feeling of safety into your body, mind, and nervous system so that the panic attack is lessened or doesn't get as bad. So we're gonna see where this takes us. Like, Lewis isn't the one that went missing like Milton did. Lewis actually died at some point. Excuse me. And we don't know how or why Lewis died, and I think that's where we're headed to right now. And we see Lewis getting increasingly lost and consumed by not only his daydreaming worlds, but also by his job. And honestly, really monotonous jobs like the one we were just doing that's concerning. Why is it we're in a cannery? We're in a place where we cut off heads of fish, so it makes sense that there's blood everywhere. Totally sensical. Hey! Lewis's locker. Yes. Oh, so these were the contents of his locker that his mom got. The keys, games, weed, and it looks like he did not give up on the weed. Even though he was put into substance abuse treatment.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Well, yeah. There's not a lot of things to enjoy. You kind of need things outside of work to feel like a full person.
Despise the man with a royal contempt.
He's not even picking up the fish. You're not. Where are you, dude? What is going on with you, my man? Bro, you're not even chopping fish right now.
I still thought I could save him.
What?
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
I mean, yeah, I would hope that I could save him too. Wow.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
There's loud music again.
Including the wise Calico who had insisted on inviting me. Waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
The music is getting so painfully loud. No! No! No. Absolutely not. What? What the heck? No, 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 no. No, no, no. No.
Bend down his head.
No, 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 no. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. This is dark. This is dark and very, very grim. This is very not good.
And the rest I think you know.
Oh my
Finch's
god.
son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
What? What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? Absolutely not.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Yeah, he was. What? What? I'm so many emotions. What? Why? Why? Like, that was just, oh, so much. Like, that was not okay. And I don't, I'm, alright, chat. I hope you're doing okay. I could have seen it go that way. I think this is the first member of the family who committed suicide. So this is a really good time to let you all know that we do have some resources. They work for some people, they don't work for everybody. The command US Distress will give you a list of resources for US-based support. The Trevor Project is specifically for people who are transgender, LGBT+. The suicidelifeline.org chat allows you to use your phone or your keyboard to talk rather than having to make a phone call. There are numbers to call. There's a number that you can text, 741-741, if you're ever feeling like you need extra support and you think that these services will help you when your normal support network isn't available. Because it's something very close to our hearts, dealing with suicidal ideation. We've gotten to a point several times where we prefer to kind of have dark humor about the situation, but it is very serious for many people, and if you need that extra support, I really hope that you're able to find it, and I hope that maybe these resources will help you. The suicide prevention lifelines are really good. What are you doing in my swamp? Gold System Streams, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the membranes. But like as I was saying, a lot of the suicide numbers and resources, they can get you local resources. They can get you in contact with mental health services in your area. At the very least, talk to you if you get the right counselor. So don't be afraid to use those resources if
Lewis
needed.
and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them.
Me too. I play a lot of video games that I am also very bad at. I'm not very good at them.
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch.
Well, yeah, because their father is Indian. His name was Sanjay, and his mother moved out there and gave birth to Lewis in India. So you can see little elements of that here and there. That might be where the hookah comes from. Might be some of the way that he connects to his heritage. Let's move on to the next door. Let's see what happens. We got a porch. Tell me this isn't gorgeous scenery, though.
On the way
Like,
back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
gorgeous. Why start packing? Was it time to leave?
She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Wow, you do not like your Grandma Edie was not liked by daughter Dawn. Oh, let's go up.
Not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Yeah, that's one of those things. What's up here? We got packing peanuts?
But I understand why we left.
Crickly. Packing boxes. So was Dawn and the kids living up here? Is this where all the kids were? Edith and Mom. Some canned food in there. Milton's still missing. This looks like it's in more disarray than the rest of the house, honestly. And some parts of the house are falling apart.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
My mom and everything? What on earth? Sanjay. What happened to Sanjay? He died, right? Evacuation specialist. That could have probably done it. To Teach to Learn by Dawn Finch. Oh, and she's an author. Okay. Adding layers onto Mommy Dearest. Oh, and we can go even higher up.
That night had been coming for a long time.
Okay. So this whole section is pretty much where Edith, her mom, and her brothers lived. Edith's room is up here. There's the kite like Gus. Gus was one of Dawn's brothers that died during a storm right after his mother got remarried. So let's go up.
But it had to end one way or another.
Did you see that exposed nail back there?
That last night.
A lot of books without titles. They're all colored. But not a lot of them have any titles. What does it say? Can't read those. The Little Glass something on death and something. Something. Norwegian folk tales because the family's from Norway. I like the little details. Butterfly. That must be Grandma Edie or Edith Sr., also known as. Looks like Lewis might have made those. It's cool. So this was Edith's room. Aw, give me those purple laces. Okay.
That whole
Oops.
last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word.
Grandma just watched and didn't say a thing. Well, probably because she knew Dawn had
Until
already
suddenly She
decided.
raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Oh, so like you just last minute decided that everybody was going to move, including Grandma, who's on a bunch of medications and stuff. So she's on medication, she's old, often bedridden, and you just want to tell her last minute that she has to leave her whole life behind, her whole house behind, all the memorial shrines, the land that she's lived on and sees several generations on. Just 24 hours you have to be ready to move out of there. I don't see that going well. So yeah, it would be we're leaving, see you later, not you're coming with us. If you wanted Grandma to come with you, conversations would probably had to be had. The Spirit Among Us, Pastorala, East of the Sun and West of the Moon. Hey! That was a reference to Lewis. And I don't know what that means. I feel like I have to like read some of the books listed in here and come back to the game.
Power had shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
But as we're exploring now, the power's back on, so who did that? Oh, we got some lag. We'll come back after the lag.
When my mom sailed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Ah, the other entrance to the library. Yes, please. I mean, it seems like she didn't know about any of the entrances to anything she sealed off.
Or that Edie had a key to it.
Oh, it's probably about break time, but I want to see what's in here first. What is in the library? Now, earlier, when we first started the game, there was mention that the library is where every Finch who ever lived had been buried. So I feel like we're about to discover a big secret.
Of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Oh, deep.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
She's not leaving.
Dear Edith.
Oh, cool.
So many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
Oh, I got chills.
That night, the tide went way, way out.
Oh my god.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. I've seen that house every day of my life.
I hope we're wearing some boots.
I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Definitely
For a while,
lost.
I wondered.
Oh man, if the tide
I
came back in
started
a
seeing
rush.
things.
dear.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
Old stove. Toilet.
Or maybe I came back to them.
Old sewing desk. Those sewing desks, like, I think those are cool. You basically, like, press the pedal and it makes the sewing machine on top of it go. But then you can also clear it off and use it for other things. Like these, I would love one of these if I had a house big enough, honestly. Oh. Oh, grandma hands.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
Oh no.
It's mine. Edith! Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go!
See,
I kicked and screamed, but
Dawn's trying to protect her kids, but like I prefer Grandma Edie, and I understand feeling like
Mom dragged me to the car.
that the stories might have killed the kids, but I don't really think that's it. I think the family was creative with a lot of grief and a lot of unmanaged
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
issues.
The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
Gone or dead? Oh my gosh. Are we close to the end of the game? Is there more to
After that, we
explore?
moved around a lot.
There's one of the gloves Grandma Edie used to make.
We both tried to make the best of it.
Yeah, I can make it go up and down. Anybody else do this during car rides? Like, it's one of the most fun things about being a
few years went
passenger.
by.
Dandelion poof. With words attached to it. There's words on it.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't.
Aww. My heart.
And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
Oh, I got chills.
Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
Ooh, I
If we
got
lived
chills.
forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
Oh my gosh.
And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
What? Where are we?
This journal was supposed to be for you.
Is this being
But
boring?
now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
Aww.
But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Aww. Chills. And a little awkward, but also artistically very cool.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it.
Why? What happened to Edith? Did she die during childbirth? I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask. But I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone.
It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
She died in 2017. And that's her son at the house. Wow. We were her son exploring the house? We weren't even Edith? It was Edith narrating, but we were her son the whole time. Oh my gosh. It seems like this game was also just generally a memorial of its own. Are these all of the designers as children? Oh my gosh. What an amazing game. Guys. Chat, this game left me speechless a lot. And I'm absolutely in love with this game, and I think I'm going to be playing it again on my own. And try to see if there's other elements to explore that I might have missed in the first playthrough, but... Wow! There's the kite from Gus, there's the rocks that led up to Dawn's room up in the loft. Kristen Altamirano was in martial arts. Mad respect. I enjoyed doing martial arts. Wow. This game was so much like... I'm going to be thinking about this for a while. They're showing all of the things that we explored with Gregory and Sam, Barbara, who was a child actor, and it wasn't clear how she died at all. Just that, like, it freaked out her brother. And her brother ended up living in the basement like he was in a nuclear bunker for 30 years before he left. There was also Molly. There were so many family members. And I feel like we didn't even get to all of them during the game. There's the Peaches from the family member who lived in the basement for 30 years after his sister Barbara died. Annapurna Interactive. I'm gonna have to see if this developer has made more games. Annapurna Interactive is going into my notes. I'm gonna look for more games. Because the play style, you didn't just press a button. You'd press a button to interact with the thing and then have to move the mouse or move where you were standing in order to really get the things to interact with you. So like sometimes I had trouble closing the book because I had to move my mouse all the way in one direction in order to get the book closed. Special thanks from Annapurna Interactive. Ready, set, dead. Enjoy, thank you. Well, you're welcome. In loving memory of Lewis Finch. Wow. Oh. Oh my god. I don't have words. I don't. I wish I could give you all words. Wow. 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 Okay. I don't know if chat is interested in replaying any of these stories. Please let me know. Let me know in chat if there's any of these stories that you want to replay. A lot of them were interactive. We were able to walk through the story with the characters. Right now, what we're actually going to do is take an intermission break and come back to this when I've had a moment to kind of think this through and process everything going on. So let us do this. Okay, so we're just gonna take it down a notch. I'm so glad to have all of you here with me while we were playing this game. It was I still don't have words, so we're going to take a break and we're going to come back in about 10 to 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere, or do go somewhere. Use the bathroom, get some food. Check out other streamers that you like if you're tired of watching us. We'll be back very shortly, and we hope to see you. Okay, we are back just a couple minutes early. Thank you to everybody who stuck around and enjoyed this game with us while we were playing it. Hello, Kingdom Balance. Hello, Lily Ann. Great to see you. How'd the vaccine go? How's your day been? If you can hear me, that is. I don't know how long you sent that message, even though it was during intermission. Wow. So the video game we just played was very immersive. There's so much to talk about, and yeah, I'm speechless. Lily says, the day is okay. We are ordering food now. Vaccine was okay. What are you ordering for food? What you eating, friend? I'm going to stay in the just chatting section for a while because we did, oops, close up on my mouth, because we did finish the game. Which, by the way, let's do a dance for having finished the game. We made it. We made it all the way through a game. Because there's two other games we played that we weren't able to finish. We're still troubleshooting the game still there, which was puzzle heavy and also dealt with a lot of themes of loss and grief, just like what Remains of Edith Finch did. I'm glad your vaccine was okay and that you haven't yet had any adverse side effects. Be right back after figuring out food. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. I get it. So I kind of feel like recapping the game, but I'm still very speechless. There was a lot of inspirational aspects, a lot of emotional aspects. The animation of the gameplay was incredibly immersive. It was beautiful. The interactive elements of everything was very interesting. It was nice. Like at one point during the game, we were a toddler playing in the bathtub with like a frog toy that could jump up, and when you played with the frog toy, it made some beautiful music. And that was a lot of fun. That was a lot more fun than what we were expecting. It was very weird, but very enjoyable. And then the rest of the game just went through this whole series of this family that experienced a lot of tragic deaths, a lot of issues with mental health, a lot of issues with grief. Many members of the family were incredibly creative, had very artistic outlets, had very artistic ways of expressing themselves. There were people who built things, who built the house, added onto the house, very creative, unique bedrooms for every member of the house. 10/10 would recommend anybody play What Remains of Edith Finch. Like 10/10, 12/10 would recommend playing the game. When you do play it, though, be mindful that it can be triggering for people who are sensitive to certain things. There are themes of suicide, which, again, we're going to share the U.S. Distress Command, which gives a list of resources in the USA. Our system is working on gathering up local crisis, suicide, mental health resources for other areas of the world, like the UK and things like that. We do try to suggest services that we've been able to vet ourselves as somebody who struggles with mental health and suicidal ideation and panic attacks, flashbacks, breakdowns, anxiety, ADHD, all of it. However, of course, we have to gather the crisis resources from other countries, from friends and people in the community, because obviously we're not in those countries. We can't use those services ourselves, and some crisis services, some mental health services just aren't actually very helpful for people. Sometimes they're more dangerous to access than to be left to your own devices, which is terrifying, and we don't want to provide resources that are going to make things worse for anybody. We ourselves are not crisis support. So if you're experiencing a crisis, if you're going through a really hard time, I hope that you have the support network you need. I would love to be there for everybody, but I can't. We have to look after our own mental, physical, emotional health. And we did 5 works of peer support, working with people in crisis, working with people suicidal, going through flashbacks, people with dissociative disorders and plurality of mind, rapid switching, and it's become triggering just to provide support under those circumstances. So I hope you'll understand that we are not crisis support, but we do care. We do want you to have the support network that you need, and if there are at times any resources that might help you with those things, we're happy to point you in the right direction. If you're saying, hey, I've had on and off issues with suicidality, I'm going to suggest crisis services, but also there's other things to suggest as well. There's different communities, there's different ways of talking to people, there's different activities. Like meditation and journaling doesn't work for everybody. Some grounding techniques don't work for everybody, and we really want to be able to provide something that will work for you if we're called to do that. So hit us up on our socials. Right now that's Twitter. We are very slowly still building our Discord channels where we can also provide resources. We cannot provide you emotional crisis support, but we can at least point you in a direction where you can figure out how to build that support for yourself, for you in your situation, or just learn about it all. And I'm thinking very heavily about that because of something that happened to one of the characters in the game. He did not leave well. But I don't want to be too triggering to the viewers. So at this point, we plan to stream for 3 hours today. We're at the 2-hour mark. We finished the game. I'm not really sure where to go from here. I'm thinking we can pull up some art and we can just sit and chat with each other, or I can pull up the game Don't Starve, or if anybody is very curious about replaying any of the stories of the characters that we just explored, we unlocked the ability to be able to re-experience the stories that we unlocked throughout the whole game. So let us know if you're interested in any one of those things in particular. My goodness. So, I'm not sure what to do. I'm at a loss of words. That game was so intense. The artwork was beautiful. I could go on and on and on and would just keep saying the same things. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch over to some artwork. If I can do it right. And I will show you guys in just a moment the art page that we are opening up. I just have to remember how to use my art program. Yes, indeedy I do, because I am not always the smartest person in the room. I am sometimes the very dull pencil, very dull crayon in the crayon box. That's not what I want. Let's see. I think it would be fair to work on let's see. My game capture. Make it capture the art. Maybe it won't capture the art. I can't get it to work right now. I open up the art program and everything, and it doesn't really want to do the thing. Okay, so the art idea is a no, and that's fine. That's fine that our computer doesn't want to do the art thing. So for the moment, we're gonna play just to like kind of wind down and calm ourselves after that really intense game. Let's play some Don't Starve, if my computer will work with me for it. And we can just sit and talk and be chill for a while. I'll change the stream details in a minute if this works for us. Because, you know, the computer, technical issues, this shit happens. Thank you today for the new followers. It means a lot to see that people are interested in what we're doing and are interested in seeing more in the future. Thank you very much to everybody who came by to visit. Thank you all of the lurkers who are lurking in the background, whether or not you can hear us. Yes. And I'm going to turn down the sound options here because it's loud in my brain. We're going to just adjust the sound options real quick because I need to be able to hear my own voice without feeling like I have to scream over it. Okay. So, we're going to be strong man. If you haven't followed us yet, please feel free to hit that follow button. Join the membranes. be part of the community, chat with us, hang out. Eventually we'll have a Discord server where everybody can talk, hang, share pictures of their pets, whatever it is that people want to do being part of a community. It will come eventually. We will announce it. It will be added to our socials tab at the top of the screen. Say, pal, you don't look so good. So today we're playing the strong man. He gets stronger the more he eats. And honestly, I just need something low energy, low emotion after playing What Remains of Edith Finch. There's a lot of people who came by and just lurked for a while because they didn't want to have the game spoiled for themselves because they're entirely intending on playing it. And I highly recommend it. I've heard sometimes from other gamers that walking simulators are not fun, and if walking simulators were like, if all of them were similar to What Remains of Edith Finch, I highly disagree that walking simulators are boring. That was so interesting. The artwork, again, was so beautiful. I'm going to be talking about this over and over again, saying the same things. I know I will, but I mean, actually pick up the grass. Thank you. It just... I was so struck and left so speechless. Like, there's a lot of times where I play a game and I want to write an analysis on it. But What Remains of Edith Finch kind of seems to be a game that serves as its own analysis. There could be things to talk about, like where things were left a little more open-ended, where there weren't details about what exactly happened between these family members. Like, there was the little boy playing in the bathtub, and we can only assume that he probably drowned in the tub, and he was alive while his parents were going through a divorce. And like, divorce in itself is a huge topic, and it's just a really huge topic. Like, we're currently writing a draft of an autobiography of what it was like getting to know each other in our head as a whole system of head people that take control of the body, have different memories. For us, it's a trauma thing. Our brain could not handle what was happening when we were younger, and our family did go through a divorce when we were younger, which had a huge effect even on extended family, because now you not only have birthdays and holidays and get-togethers with some extended family. All of a sudden you have to go to the step-parents' extended family, and it's like 3 times the amount of activity happening in the holidays, which in our life now, we're not in any contact with any of our blood and married family members, and it's a relief to us because holidays were just a huge pressure event. And it's not that anybody was trying to apply pressure, but the fact that you had to remember everybody's name, had to deal with repeated large social gatherings, the music, the food, the conversations, catching up, memories. It was a lot to deal with, and I honestly did not enjoy it. A lot of people love family get-togethers, love getting together with extended family, like, oh, I kind of remember you. Can you tell me more about your life? What have you been going through? Last time you told me this, you told me that. And because of our memory issues, it's just kind of like, your face looks familiar, and that's it. I don't know your name. I don't remember why your face looks familiar. I don't remember what we talked about last time we were here. But, I mean, like, as much as I'm, like, saying that we didn't enjoy the holiday get-togethers, especially dealing with, like, divorces and remarriage, like, remarried people and ever expanding extended family from that. There were a lot of things we do remember that we liked. For example, one family member had a pool table, billiards, as some people know it, in their basement. And so that was a game like from ages like 5 to 15 that I would play with other family members as we would play pool and, you know, knock the striped balls and solid balls into the holes. You know how to play pool. And that was something that I really enjoyed. And I also had family members family members closer to my age. I was actually the oldest of my generation, but there were other family members closer to my age who loved watching, what's it called? Nightmare Before Christmas, one of Tim Burton's more famous movies. And those are some memories that I enjoyed, was playing billiards with my family members and watching Nightmare Before Christmas with cousins whose names I can't even remember. The food wasn't so much the thing for me. And I think now it would be a stressor because I've turned down a lot of social gathers, holiday celebrations, birthdays, etc., whatever, just because I finally realized that my issue with food and why my stomach was always hurting was because I have celiac, and it's really hard to accommodate celiac disorder if you don't know about it or if you don't live with it yourself. So a lot of the holiday get-togethers, you know, there's gravy, there's bread, there's cookies, there's casseroles with noodles in it, and everything like that, and everybody has their family recipe, and because of that, they're not going to want to alter the recipe or figure out how to work with new materials, so making it gluten-free, making it celiac-friendly, it's kind of an ordeal, and pretty much I don't get a lot of option for what I can really eat when I go to social gatherings. Like even at a restaurant, I have to be very careful because of cross-contamination issues. So imagining in What Remains of Edith Finch, imagining what the family get-togethers look like. Oh, you know what? I forgot to change the stream information. Give me a minute. Title. Don't Starve Palate Cleanse. Palate? How do I spell palate? I don't know. Cleanse. Finished Edith Finch episode 2. Don't mind me being quiet for a minute as I update the stream information, because talking and typing at the same time is not really, my brain is not do the things of the typing and the talking at the same time. There, that should do. That should do for an updated stream info thing. Now people know what they're in for. Just imagine somebody saying like, oh, I'm looking for somebody playing What Remains of Edith Finch. What do you mean they're playing Don't Starve? What happened to the game that they said they were playing? So we are going to play together for about, play and talk, Don't Starve, for about 45 minutes. And then we're going to see if there's anybody online to raid. And I'm hoping there is. I saw that Soul Commodore should be streaming this evening doing art, which would be really great to step in and catch him while he's working with charcoal. I love his artwork. You should definitely check out Soul Commodore. I can't really shout out anybody who isn't actively in chat, or I would give you a shout out with his links right now. But, you know, welcome back, Lily. Lily has figured out food and is now waiting for delivery. What food did you figure out? What you getting? What is being delivered to your home? The sustenance of deliciousness. Thai food. Nice. I approve. I haven't had a lot of Thai food, but when I visited Chicago, there were some restaurants that were just top tier. It was delicious. I did like it very much. So, yeah, we're just gonna take it easy for now, playing Don't Starve for the next 45 minutes, and then we're gonna find somebody to raid out to. Which I was just talking about Soul Commodore. I'm hoping that he's still live when we decide to raid out, because I believe today he's doing a charcoal art stream. At least that's what I think I saw on Twitter. And Twitter has been like, not a conversation about Twitter itself, but the conversations I've been having on Twitter today were pretty awesome. I got a lot of new book recommendations from the perspective of having multiples in your brain pain. I stopped in Thailand during one of my flights several years ago, and I was stunned by how different and good the actual Thai food was compared to the restaurants here. Yeah, I can only imagine, because I know, like, when it comes to curry in particular, you can get curry in the UK, you can get curry pretty much anywhere, but the curry spice mix and the flavors and the textures are very different depending on who's making it. And someday I do want to, like, I mean, we've always hoped that we could travel the world. So part of us hopes that sometime we can maybe visit places of India that would be comfortable with us being there and try, like, authentic curry. Lillian says, I ate it and I was like, I haven't had anything like this before. Okay. No, I could see that happening, though, because the just depending on where you live, the cooking process, what materials are available, what kind of stovetop you use can even be different. So I have more than enough gold than we need at this point. Ooh, stay away from the bird. But I do need to find a source of food, because I am dying. You can see he's got little circles under his eyes. I am actively dying. Like, I guess, like, you could eat Mexican food at a Mexican restaurant, but it's going to taste so different compared to eating the food at a quinceañera. So I imagine, like, actually going into India, actually going into Mexico, actually going into Thailand and trying the food that's authentically made there by people who practice it would definitely change the food experience. With Bangladeshi food, there are certain ingredients that are not available in the West in most places, so it's hard to make it authentic even at home. Yeah, I've seen videos of people who have mixed heritage, and there's conversations about, like, sure, I don't have most of the things that would go into this food, but I make it with what's available, and it makes its own authentic kind of taste sometimes. Like, you can use certain spices from the area that are available, but you don't have all the vegetables that would be available. So you use the vegetables available in the West, and it makes its own unique flavor, even though it's not the same flavor from that place. And I find conversations like that interesting because, like, one, it gives me perspective as somebody born in the USA, raised in the USA, who's never traveled out of the USA. It gives me more perspective. Lily says, I mean, I can't make it taste like the ones from my parents' home. Right. Are you, like, does Customs consider some of the foods contraband? Like, would it be possible to like, visit and then bring back some of the food items, or would they spoil too fast? Like, I know some fruits just, they don't travel well. And I hope you don't mind me asking these questions. We don't have to super go into it if you're uncomfortable. I'm just constantly curious. It's possible to bring some, but not everything. Okay. I'm trying to picture in the world map in my head where Bangladesh is. Because as much as I try to study maps and try to figure out different countries on different continents, my brain is not very good at the spatial recognition. Lillian says, I often get some spices in tea, but not everything can be brought back. Okay. So, at least you can work with some of the tea and spices, but not everything. That makes sense. It sounds a little sad too, but like, there's limitations to travel and long distance. It's raining so hard. Oh look, berry bushes. I can eat. I can stop starving. Bangladesh is next to India. Bangladesh and Pakistan used to be the same country. India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan used to be the same country. Gotcha! I was picturing that area over there, but sometimes, like, I have trouble in my mind's eye seeing where India and the other countries are compared to China and Russia. Like, my brain just gets very confused. I have to actively look at a map. Like, there's a streamer that I like to watch called Star Guardian. Well, his name is Star Guardian Daddy, and he lives in Croatia and streams from Croatia. And it took me a while to realize exactly where Croatia is. Which, we live on a giant planet. It's going to be hard to memorize all of it. But thank you for letting me know, like, where Bangladesh is sitting. I appreciate that, and it helps my mind's eye map. How have streams been going? I haven't been able to check the VOD recently of Remedyverse. And also, for anybody who missed the shout out to Kingdom Balance, check out Kingdom Balance. Lily, if you want to give anybody your pitch about what your streams are about, what you play, feel free to do so. No pressure, though. My brain has still melted and is trying to rebuild itself after playing what remains of Edith Finch. But love Lily and the rest of the system. Good people. Chill people. Intelligent people. Well-researched people. So definitely check out their streams. 10/10 recommend. And now we're just chopping trees and trying to survive. Which, I still need more food. I have not come across any rabbits. And we need rabbits to survive. It's like the easiest food to get. Because the berry bushes take days to grow back. Lily says, streams have been okay. I had a lot of fun with the indie streams this week. I tried to catch up on Remedyverse because I skipped last week. Oh yeah, you weren't feeling well. And I'm honestly, like, as much as it's like, oh shucks, I missed the stream, every time I see a streamer be like, hey, no stream tonight, I'm taking care of myself, I'm not feeling good, I have like this little celebratory moment of like, yeah, go you, take care of yourself. I want to see that. So like, I think like if you have a community and if they really enjoy your content, it doesn't really matter how often you stream. They'll come back. And it matters that you take care of yourself. Lillian says, yesterday we finished all of the endgame conversations and all the side missions. So tomorrow I can start the first DLC properly. Nice! So we're through the main story of Control. And moving on to the DLC. Have you gotten all of the main story into YouTube videos yet? Or is that still a work in progress? I imagine it's still a work in progress, because I mean, I haven't made a recorded video in 6 years, and it was not easy for me to figure out video editing at all. And half of it had to do with I didn't know how to use OBS properly. That is a red bumblebee. We're going to stay away from the red bumblebees. They are terrifying. They are dangerous. I am not interested in messing around with red bumbles. It looks like over here, if I go back, there might be, this little patch might mean that there are, ooh, tentacles. Are some rabbits. We need rabbits. Lily says, I believe the main story is all there now on YouTube. Awesome. So yeah, check out Kingdom Balance's YouTube if you want to see the beautifully done analysis of Remedyverse and playthrough. Well, the Remedyverse is game Control. A lot of syllables. Okay, so we found rabbits. We're gonna survive. We're not gonna die. Da 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 da. Staying alive. Staying alive. Let me set up a campfire and I'll read Kingdom Balance's pitch to you guys. Oh, I accidentally set things on fire. My bad. Kingdom Balance's pitch is that we love games as a storytelling medium. They impact us a lot and we want them to impact other people. So we stream indie games and story-driven games. Beautiful. Yeah, no problem. I like being supportive. I like being around supportive communities. So give back what I can. You guys have helped us tremendously in a lot of our efforts to stream and figure out how to make things work and run smoothly, so I kind of feel like shouting you out is the least I can do. Leanne says, I will send more game recommendations your way as I find them. Awesome. Yeah, I have to get on after stream, after I do my whole highlights situation, and then I definitely am going to go through that list that I saw on our socials and add those to my wish list and wait until the inevitable day that they go on sale and scoop them up. Because story-driven games, emotional games, psych-heavy games, it gives me stuff to talk about. It's stuff that I'm interested in, and I'm hoping it can appeal to people that are interested in that too, because we could play Dead by Daylight, we could play Fallout, we could play Skyrim, we could play League of Legends, we could play a variety of more popular, well-known games, but that's not really what we want to do. It's not that fun to show a game to people that everybody else has already played a million times that I don't know anything about, or that I'm not particularly good at. I would rather play games and share games with people that I'm newly exploring for the first time, or that has a really compelling story or type of gameplay that I think is inspiring and fun to explore and kind of make people aware of other type of video games. Because video games, yeah, you can just play it and just play it for fun or play it for competition. But then there's also games that you can play that have a huge emotional impact on you, like huge social impact that might even have words of wisdom that help you get through your day. And, well, I need to make a backpack soon. And so, yeah, we want to play games that are, like, inspiring, mind-changing, hit you in the emotions, even if it leaves us speechless sometimes. And then it's also, if there are games that have elements that I can relate to, it's a lot easier to talk about. Because, like, playing Don't Starve, it's a nice way to be able to focus on chat playing a game like Don't Starve, because there's not a lot of story happening. But at the same time, I'd also rather, like, it's not going to be a main game that I stream, because I want to stream a game that's going to encourage me to talk to the audience, encourage me to narrate it for everybody else who's watching, and introduce new ideas. Lillian says, I feel like my interests don't fit the culture of Twitch, so while I enjoy sharing the offbeat stuff, I don't feel like there's a huge audience for it. Yeah, audience can be really tricky. For a lot of reasons, audience can be really tricky. Like, I know that there's going to be a lot of games that we want to play that aren't really going to appeal to, like, a crowd of 50 plus people. Either because it's a game nobody's played and they want to play themselves, they don't want to see the playthrough, or because our style of delivery while playing the game doesn't really catch their attention or anything like that. Let's see. You know what? I need to make camp. I need to make camp, and I think I'll make camp here. It's close to the food, it's close to the resources, and it's close to a wormhole. So we're going to camp right over here. And we're going to build ourselves a science machine. And I'm going to get myself a backpack because I am in desperate need of a backpack. Permanent fire, away! Do that, and let's build that science machine. There we go. So yeah, I can relate to... It's hard to find the audience. Like, even if you would have a huge audience for it, they have to be aware that you're out there. Which is one reason, like, I do shout-outs. I tend to hang out in communities that have a smaller amount of viewers to every stream because it's less overwhelming, and it's also a way in which I can support just support people. Like, somebody comes around and they like whatever I'm streaming, and I can be like, hey, if you like what I'm doing, you'll probably like what this person's doing. And also, if I'm chatting with a streamer, I like smaller audience. So it's tricky. I've been thinking a lot, like, we don't have a goal to have a large amount of viewers. We don't have the goal to have a huge amount of followers. Like, the main reason we even want 50 followers is just so that we can get affiliate. Because once you have affiliate, then you can have redeems, you can have emojis, and that's a great way to interact with the streamer. That's one of the main ways we've wanted to interact with our community, is through point redeems for watching the channel. You've been here, you've been hanging out, now, like, now here's something special for you for hanging out. Also, because you've been watching so long, you earned so many points, so you can redeem points to make my voice sound like a chipmunk, or, you know, whatever makes it more fun for other people, for us to, like, play around, have fun, laugh, enjoy each other's company. Let's make a trap right. Yeah. But I've been also thinking, like, if I had wanted a large community, if I had wanted hundreds of followers and viewers, what would I have to do in order to achieve that goal? And just been thinking about it. It's not a goal we have, but in watching streamers that do that, they are very high energy, very, very expressive with their voices. They easily have stuff to talk about. I noticed that the ones that have a lot of followers and viewers, like, they don't, I forget the name of the linguistic quirk, but saying things like or while you're talking, it's a sign that you're thinking about what you're going to say. But I noticed that some of the streamers that have higher view counts, they tend to do that a lot less. Speaking comes more fluidly for them. So Lillian says, I prefer a small audience of chatters. I'm also fine with lurkers, because they are likely listening and watching, which is also okay. I just don't have an easy way to reach the nerds that like my stuff. Yeah. No, it's not easy to network your specific community. Oh no, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oof. Okay. I almost died. Yeah, no, I love the lurkers. Like, I know people are lurking even if we're not chatting, and that's fine. And that's one reason why I want to play games that encourage me to talk. Because if I'm playing games where I'm just sitting here silently and they're just staring at a screen with no narration, like, that's not something. I don't really watch streamers that are silent for too long, depending on what's going on. Like, if you're quiet during a cutscene or narration or for the music, that's a bit different. And I'm not quite sure how to find or network to the nerds that are super into what I'm into, except for finding streams like yours. Like, you guys seem to have enjoyed our streams and enjoyed our content, which is really cool. We also enjoy yours. So we know that there's fellow nerds like ourselves out there. It's just a trick of, like, how do I find all of them? Where are they hiding? And if they're my kind of nerd, do they even have the attention span to pay attention to a stream? Because I have people in my personal life who are really excited and supportive of our streaming endeavors, but they don't have the capacity to sit and watch the streams, or even though we're interested in the same things, some of the games that I might be streaming are actually triggering to their mental health. And that can make it really tricky too, because the nerds can be aware of you. They're just not going to be there for stream. I made the tree mad! I made the tree mad! That didn't take long to piss off the tree gods. Leave me alone. I don't even know where the enemies are. Because, like, normally when one of these tree people shows up, I can bring it to the pigs, or I could bring it to the buffalo, and I don't know where those are. The tree's gonna kill me, guys. It's gonna kill me before I've been able to eat anything. Lillian says, yeah, I know they exist, but it's a lifelong problem for us to find them. Yeah. Word. Agreed. Because, like, yeah, no, we usually we end up in a community. There's a bunch of people. We like people, they like us, but, like, I'll come away from the community with just one buddy out of a group of, like, 100, 300 people, because finding the right people and making them one of the clan It's just everybody has stuff going on in their own life. Everybody has their own mental health things. Everybody has their own energy limits and timing issues, like, and you know, like we tend to be somebody who will sit quietly in the background listening to everybody but not contributing. So it's like we'll absolutely adore these people from afar, but they'll never know that we're interested in being friends with them because we don't say anything. Lillian says, I really dislike the tree creature. Yeah, me too. Papa Tree is very difficult to defeat. Like, I've set one on fire 5 times in a row, and it still wouldn't die. It's just like, please don't kill me. Alright, these rabbits are gonna run into their hole, but I tried. Can I eat frogs? What happens if I put a trap near the frogs? Will it capture the frog? Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. What's really obnoxious about the frogs in this game is that if they hit you, you lose your, things of your inventory falls out every time it hits you. It's frustrating. But, you know, what's a survival game without high stakes, you know? Yeah, I could have approached those rabbits more cleverly. Let's put another trap on this side. Please don't run into your hole. Thank you. And that will hopefully give us enough food that we don't starve to death, because we are on the verge of starving to death. We are dying. Lillian says, I might do a casual stream later today while recovering from vaccine struggles. That sounds good. Did you have a stream? Did you have a less casual one planned? Or, just thinking about getting some downtime with the community while you feel better? We generally try to take a chill few days after vaccines. Yeah, no, that seems wise. Like, some vaccinations really throw us on the couch for a week. Some vaccinations don't do anything, it's just a sore arm, if even. And some vaccinations are just like, okie dokie, I am dead to the world now. Lillian says, I have control one planned for tomorrow, but it will be subject to how well I'm doing tomorrow. Yeah, that makes sense. And I know you want to finish control this month, but don't push yourself. Like, don't make yourself feel bad to get the streams out. Good thing I have tomorrow off work. Nice. Do you mind if I ask what you do from work? Because I know you've had work meetings and stuff, and I'm not trying to be nosy. So you don't have to share if you don't want to. But I'm always kind of interested how other systems get along with working, because we're disabled. We don't have a job. And that's largely because we don't know how to advocate for the accommodations we need. And sometimes just because we can't show up to work on time, which is very bad. Sure, I'm a software developer in QA animation. I work in the music industry. Can't tell anymore. Oh! Well, it sounds fulfilling. And I understand if you can't say more, but thank you so much for sharing that. Now I have more of a picture when you say you have a work meeting. I'm like, oh, music and development. Software development. This guy is going to kill me. This guy does not want me to live. Fuck off, guy. Leave me alone, Tree Lord! I didn't mean to upset you. I need wood to live. I'm sorry for killing your family. If I plant a tree, will that appease you? Will you leave me alone if I plant a tree? Will this neutralize your... No. You could not care. You want me to die. I need to find some enemies to throw at this tree. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me! I'm trying not to die here. Automation, not animation. Did I say animation? Sometimes I read things too fast. QA... What does QA stand for, if I may ask? I understand if you cannot tell. So, I think we're gonna play Ring Around the Rosie. Ring around the fire. Run away from the monster. Doo-da, doo-da. QA stands for Quality Assurance. Gotcha. Quality Assurance Automation. That's some big brain stuff. Big brain stuff. This is not a peaceful night with this tree following me around. We do have 15 minutes until the end of stream. Thank you so much, everybody who's been hanging out with us. Thank you to everybody who stopped by to talk with us. We're not leaving yet. We're still going to be here for a few minutes. I just want to express appreciation and love and endearment to the community. If you haven't followed us yet, feel free to hit that follow button if you want to see more from us in the future. No requirement to hit that follow button. You do what you do with your own life. We would love to have you join the Membranes and stick around for more in the future. A game that we are planning on playing, I think we'll start this Sunday, is a game called Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Which is another emotionally powerful, artistically driven game. And I'm hoping that we don't have the lagging issues with Senua's Sacrifice. I've heard a lot of good things about it, even though I've never played it. I've watched the trailers, and I've had the game for like a year now and haven't played it yet, so we'll be playing it for the first time on stream. Lily says you play all the games I want to play. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm not sure. Like, on one behalf, good, you can enjoy the game before you play it yourself, but on the other hand, bad because spoilers. I mean, for us, spoilers don't bother us so much because until we're really, really into it, the spoilers actually provide us motivation and context to actually play or watch or read the thing. It's both. Yeah, it's both good and bad. That's entirely fair. Gotta go cook something to accompany the food that's arriving. Alright, if you're not back by the time stream ends, it was great having you, and I'll hit you up on socials. And if you are back by then, it'll be great to have you back. Please enjoy your food, and be safe while you cook. Chopping the tree, chopping the tree. Hearts. I'm working on some emoji ideas too. If our OBS was going to work with our art program today, we were going to start trying to digitize some of the sketches that we put up on our DeviantArt earlier. However, OBS did not want to screen capture our art program. It has screen captured it before, but not today. But we do have 3 different emoji ideas we've come up with, and if we can digitize them just right, then we should be ready for affiliate. I think affiliate, you get opened up to 3 to 5 custom emojis that's specific to your channel. And I think that'll be really neat. We made a heart emoji that's designed after a brain. We also made like emoji of like grimacing, like just that sheepish, embarrassed, awkward, cringy emotion we tried to put into emoji form. And then we're also toying around with an emoji concept that's just like an identifier of the community. Uh-oh, I'm starving. I don't have enough food. Let's run back and try to see if any of the rabbits have been caught yet. And see if we can survive the last 9 minutes of stream without What is that? What are you? That's a No, don't attack me. Leave me alone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not mean to bother you. What's happening here? Do they leave behind meats? Do they leave behind monster meats? Maybe I can lead the tree here. Maybe that's how I can get the tree to leave me alone, is bring it over to the mermen, the mer people. Merfolk? Merfolk. I'm going to say merfolk. That's gender neutral, gender inclusive. The scary time is coming soon. Give me that rabbit. I need to eat. Sustenance. Sustenance, for I am dying. The game says, don't starve. My brain says, starve now. Looks like the froggy has not been captured. Where are all of our traps? They're all over the place. That's where they are. And I think that the tree is still near our camp, so that's going to suck for cooking. For sure. Alright, so I think when this night is over, once it's daytime, we are going to end stream there and look for somebody to raid. We're still toying around with ideas for a raid message, but I think Xanady invading your brain is very fun. So that'll probably be our raid message today, and I'm talking to you guys about it because I'm open to ideas for different raid messages we could do. Like, if I'm feeling creative enough, we could do a different raid message for every time we do raid somebody. Like, do custom raid messages, like maybe show them our love in making it customized to who we're raiding also. However, there are going to be days that we do raid somebody that I don't actually know all that well, because stream feels so incomplete unless I raid somebody after stream. Like, it doesn't matter how many viewers that we have, because I have the viewer count turned off. I myself do not know at any given time how many viewers there are. And so either way, it just feels incomplete unless we've raided somebody. Like, I feel like I forgot to do something. So in those cases, custom raids might be a little more difficult. But if one of my mods suggests somebody to raid, like I know Amelia B is involved with other streaming communities, and they've offered some pretty good streamers, like Wave Runner, who's sometimes streaming this late. I'm hoping that we can catch Soul Commodore, because he's awesome sauce. He's pretty great. He has some really fun redeems, and he's just great at paying attention to the community and talking to everybody. He's very genuine. He's a good artist. He's funny. He's a good conversationalist. So that's who I'm really hoping we can stream, raid. A stream that I'm hoping we can raid today. See, my brain is melting. My brain is melting. I can't speak English no more. The brain pan do the melts. And my dude is still starving to death. But the day is coming. It is coming upon us. And with that, we are going to save and quit. Okay, everybody, let's find somebody to raid. Let's show another streamer some of our very quirky love and attention and appreciation on this lovely, what is it, Thursday evening? I think it's a Thursday. My calendar says it's Thursday. Thank you everybody who followed us today. Thank you everybody who lurked with us today. Thank you everybody who chatted with us today. We deeply appreciate you guys. If you haven't followed us yet, feel free to hit that follow button below if you want to see more of our content. If you don't, yeah, no worries. Do what you do. Be your own person. It's all good. So I do not see Soul Commodore online. I don't see him online. Let me double check this other way. Because sometimes I'll hit the raid button and it doesn't actually show some of the people I follow live. No, he's definitely not on right now. So we have Redria Plays. I enjoy their content. And we have Kraken Inferno, who is playing Fall Guys. We've rated Kraken a lot. So let's give Redria Plays some love. I'm going to start the raid now. I'm going to throw in a raid message for everybody. We're gonna come up with a custom raid message, y'all. I'm going to get that. Gotta get that boom boom pow. Oh wait, who needs sanity when you have Zanity? It's quirky, it's awkward, it's cringy, and it's perfect. Alright, so here's the raid message, y'all. Copy and paste it when we head in. We'll be there soon. Again, much love. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you all for chatting. Thank you all for lurking. Thank you everybody who followed us today. It's been a great stream. It was a ton of fun and we love you. Take care of yourselves.
When you start with better ingredients, better pizza, you also get better papadillas, better cheese sticks, better yummy this, and better tasty